How many counters do you see? There are 9 counters. How many apples do you see? There are 9 apples. How many yellow apples are there? There are 4 yellow apples. How many red apples are there? There are 5 red apples. How many red counters do you see? There are 5 red counters. What parts do you see? There is a 3-part and a 6-part. How are these 2 whole part pictures the same? They both show 9 counters. How are these 2 whole part pictures different? They each show a different way to make 9. What whole do you see? The whole is 9. What parts do you see? There is a 2-part and a 7-part. How can you show that the parts make the whole? You put the parts together. What color would you make the dotted counters? Make the dotted counters red. What whole do you see? The whole is 9. What parts do you see? There is a 1-part and an 8-part. How do you color the counters to show the parts that make 9? Make the 1 counter yellow and the group of 8 counters red. You named different ways to make 9.
This is the kindergarten swim team. How many children are on the swim team? There are 9 children on the swim team. How many children are wearing a blue shirt? Five children are wearing a blue shirt. How do you know this? You can count how many are wearing a blue shirt. Now the swim team members are organized in a different way. Does this make it easier to count how many are wearing blue shirts? When they are organized like this, they look like they are in a 10 frame. Can you make a number sentence to show how many swim team members are wearing blue shirts and how many are wearing yellow shirts? There are 9 children in all. 5 are wearing blue shirts and 4 are wearing yellow shirts. 9 equals 5 plus 4. Can you write another number sentence about the team's shirts? You can say there are 9 children in all, and 4 of them are wearing yellow shirts. 5 of them are wearing blue shirts. 9 equals 4 plus 5. The numbers in the sentence are in a different order, depending on who gets counted first. This picture shows a different way that the team can wear their shirts. What is the same about the team? There are still 9 members. How would you write a number sentence for this picture? 9 equals 3 plus 6. There are 3 children in blue shirts and 6 in yellow shirts. How could you write the number sentence another way? You could count the children in the yellow shirts first. Then your number sentence would say 9 equals 6 plus 3. These number sentences show all the possible ways the team could wear their shirts. What is the one thing they all have in common? They all add up to 9 because the swim team has 9 members. How many fireflies do you see? There are 10 fireflies. How many counters are there? There are 10 counters. How many fireflies do you see? There are 10 fireflies. What parts do you see? The parts are 8 and 2. What hole do you see? The hole is 10. What parts do you see? The parts are 6 and 4. What hole do you see? The hole is 10. What parts do you see? The parts are 5 and 5. How do you color the counters to show the parts that make 10? Make 5 counters yellow and 5 counters red. You looked at different ways to make 10. Jars of red and yellow paint sit on shelves at the store. How can you tell how many jars there are in all without counting? The shelves look just like a 10 frame, so that tells you there are 10 jars of paint. How many jars of each color are there? There are 5 jars of red paint and 5 jars of yellow paint. The number sentence 10 equals 5 plus 5 represents the picture. What does the 10 mean? 10 is the total number of paint jars. What does the first 5 mean? There are 5 jars of red paint. How do you know? There is a jar of red paint below the first 5. Look at the jars of paint placed on these shelves. How are these shelves of paint similar to the other shelves? Both have 10 jars of paint. What is different? There are different amounts of each color of paint. These 2 number sentences describe the box of paints that the workers just packed. What makes the sentences alike? They use the same numbers. Does changing the order of the parts change the total? No, the total number of objects is still the same.
Read and understand. What do you see? There are cats and dogs in a yard. How can you find out how many cats and dogs? You can count. Plan. Draw circles around the cats. How does drawing circles help you? It makes it easier to see the cats. Solve. How can you use the circles to color in the graph? Color in one cat on the graph for each circled cat. How can you use the circles to find how many dogs? The animals not circled are dogs. Color in one dog on the graph for each dog in the picture. How many cats are there? There are 4 cats. How many dogs are there? There are 6 dogs. Look back and check. How does Snappy Crab check the answer for cats? He counts the cats in the picture. He counts the cats in the graph. He checks that the numbers match. How does Snappy Crab check the answer for dogs? He counts the dogs in the picture. He counts the dogs in the graph. He checks that the numbers match. You used a graph to show how many cats and dogs.